of 10 cats. He's not going out, Mack. She's not shutting up, Vanessa Feltz. And their team captain, Sean Locke. And facing them tonight, Hollyoaks boy, Matt Butler. Glaswegian Joy, Frankie Boyle. And their team captain, Jason Manford. Now, welcome your host, Jimmy Carr.
Hello and welcome to 8 out of 10 Cats, a show about opinion polls, surveys and statistics. Did you know, for example, 1 in 4 people think that using an electric toothbrush is lazy? Yeah, what's wrong with traditional foreplay? 62% of Scots spend more than 30 minutes on the phone every day. Hello, it's me again. I'm having another heart attack. And a plastic bag in a landfill site takes 1,000 years to rot away. So, in a sense, it is a bag for life. Take that, M&S. Let's get started. What are you talking about? That's the name of our first round. We've teamed up with a leading polling organisation and they've asked the British nation what stories they've been discussing this week. It's our panellists' job to guess the British public's top 5 most popular talking points. Jason, Matt, Frankie, what have the nation been talking about this week?
Wimbledon. Well, they're all there. Hewitt is there, Federer, Murray, the Williams brothers are there. So they're all it's pretty good. Tim Henman is doing the commentary for the old Beeb, and it's going to be weird for him staying the full 2 weeks, I think. Do you think halfway through the commentary he's not doing so well, someone just goes, "Come on, Tim!"
Do you watch the Wimbledon?
Yeah, I watched Andy Murray beat the French guy. I'm quite surprised he beat him and the French guy didn't just surrender after a couple of sets.
Nice.
There's a new word, isn't it? Because it's henmania, and now they've got andymonium. And I think, really, it's good, andymonium. I think, really, it should be called Andy Pandemonium, shouldn't it?
He's a right miserable-looking bastard, Murray, as well, isn't he?
Yeah, as opposed to your good self, Frankie.
Not a 21-year-old millionaire who looks like if they let him near the umpire's chair, he'd hang himself off it.
It's so boring, tennis, that the slightest thing, the crowd go mental, like it's the most hilarious, shocking thing they've ever seen. Federer's opponent sat next to him. Did you see that bit? The crowd reacted like he'd picked up a ball boy, swung him around by the ankles and thrown him into the crowd. Why do they throw the sweaty... It's horrible. They throw their sweaty headbands into the... It's horrible. We're in here for about 3 hours, sweaty... Like... Imagine if Vanessa at the end just got her knickers off and went, "Go on!"
The press are obsessed with knickers, aren't they? If you just were going, "God, I can see her knickers. Whoa, I can see her looking knickers," you'd be down as a pervert. You get arrested. The Sun can just go to the tennis and go, "Whoa, look at her knickers. She's got red ones on. Whoa." It's the equivalent of standing at the bottom of the stairs at work just going, "Oh, I've seen your knickers." For some reason, it's fine.
But don't you think that those sound effects, you know when they go, "Ugh," every time they serve and everything, "Ugh," and if you combine that with porn, where everyone's always going, "Ugh, ugh," don't you think it just puts ordinary people under colossal pressure? Because, like, very often you're being shagged and you don't want to make any noise, you just want to go... Oh. You don't always have to go, "Ugh," do you? Or you go, "Ugh." You just sometimes want to go... And you really have to.
Why don't you just get him to shag you and put the tennis on in the background?
Well, let's see how many people are talking about Wimbledon this week. It's the most talked about thing in Great Britain this week. Yes, Wimbledon started this week. Tim Henman is commentating this year, which means the chances of him winning the competition are exactly the same as last year. Sean, Vanessa and Lee, what else have the nation been talking about this week?
There's Nelson Mandela's birthday concerts in Hyde Park, and there's Glastonbury as well. Then everyone's worried about Amy Winehouse. Oh, will she be well enough to make it? Her dad, Mitch, says she's got emphysema, which I think, at 24, that must be some kind of record. By the time she's 30, she'll have scurvy and rickets. She'll go in a bath chair with an ear trumpet.
Have you seen the pictures of her this week? She looks like a campaign poster for neglected horses.
Yeah. The thing they used to do at Glastonbury is they always had... They're a bit ironic, so they'd have someone like Tom Jones on or Shirley Bassey. But it's gone way too ironic this year. And this year they've got Will Young on, Neil Diamond and Shakin' Stevens. It's like a wedding disco. You say, oh, Shakin' Stevens will be brilliant. He won't. He'll be shit, because he's shit.
Would you be tempted to go to Glastonbury?
Yeah, I'm going on to Glastonbury.
You get killed tonight, don't you?
Yeah, 2 hours dead. Feel good.
You should go out to all the stone people at Glastonbury and make yourself all white and then just unzip the tent like that and go.
What, do you think Hollyoaks is on a big screen at Glastonbury?
It's no more mental than putting Jay-Z on, is it?
JZ.
Is it Jay-Z now?
Yeah, he's in England. It's
Oh,
JZ, mate. You're over here, you play virus. It's JZ. I did a Reading festival, and all the tents are really close. You can hear the bands. They're not that far away. There was a band on stage when I was on, right, and there was like a sort of thrash metal punk band, and their finale was the lead singer has a shit onto a towel.
Oh, no.
Then gets the towel and swings it round. And then throws it into the crowd.
What, he's nicked your act?
It'd be great if Nelson did that, wouldn't it? You were not expecting that, were you?
Come on, it's a party!
OK, well, let's see if the big concert weekend is one of the most talked about things this week. Yes, it's the Glastonbury weekend. Kelly Osbourne is going to be filming a video diary of the shenanigans backstage. I didn't even realise the shenanigans were playing. A concert to celebrate Nelson Mandela's 90th birthday is also happening. Scheduled to perform is Amy Winehouse. Amy Winehouse has lung damage, but was told it will improve if she gives up drink and drugs. I won't hold my breath. And she can't. They originally thought Amy had TB, which she caught from the badger that lives in her head. Jason, Matt, Frankie, what else have the nation been talking about this week?
Is it Big Brother? I thought the blind guy would have been more entertaining. I wanted to see him take a shit in the diary room and spend 2 hours looking for the flush.
Well, I can tell you Big Brother is not one of the most talked about things this week, but it was the 4th week of Big Brother. Jennifer has warned Big Brother that she's anti-fox hunting and anti-abortion. Well, that's ruined that task. OK, Sean, what else has Britain been talking about this week?
Valerie Singleton.
Yes, Valerie Singleton was at pains to make it clear that anyone who said she'd ever had a lesbian affair was lying because she hadn't. This is a fairly dormant rumour which has now been raked up by Valerie Singleton, so now everyone's saying,
But
is she
it's not a
lesbian?
rumour.
Is she having
It's
an
not a rumour. It's one of the cornerstones of all knowledge. Valerie Singleton, you go, she's a lesbian. It's a fact. You know, and her saying she's not a lesbian has kind of pretty much rocked my world.
Vanessa, let me ask you, as a woman, it's not a terrible thing to be called a lesbian, is it? I mean, it's not, you know, defamation of character. It's not a terrible thing
it's not
to
a
be.
terrible thing.
And
no.
anchovy
But it
being...
depends how you do it. If you go, you're a lesbian. You go, you're a lesbian. You know, that's not nice, is it? It's the way you say it.
Yeah.
Lesbian! That's nice. Come in! Yeah. Lesbian! Another one. That's not very nice.
In the story, it said that she had sex with Peter Purvis while they were... It's a great name, someone who's having sex. Purvis.
She said that she got it on with Albert Finney. But she said that they never had sex. They, this is the quote, thrashed about a bit on the bed. What does that mean exactly?
I'll show you.
Come on.
That was my penis screaming. I can tell you that Valerie Singleton is not one of the most talked about things this week, but it was in the news. Valerie Singleton denied any lesbian allegations and was so shocked by the rumours that she dropped her pool cue and spilt bitter down the front of her dungarees. What else have the nation been talking about?
Soldiers spotting the UFOs in Shropshire.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
I don't know what they're doing in Shropshire. Like, there was a weird sort of Yoda-esque sort of bloke going, alien going, we must see Shrewsbury Town Hall, we must.
What I don't get is one of them described it as a cylindrical object with things protruding out the side, so that's just a plane.
The problem with unidentified flying objects is if they identify it, then it's just a flying object. And if at any point it lands, it's just an object. And then you've just seen an O. Let's see if soldiers spotting UFOs is one of the most talked about things this week. Yes, it is. Stinking in at number 5. This is the story that soldiers spotted UFOs in Market Drayton. The incident is set to be made into a movie entitled The Goose That Flew Over Market Drayton. Fingers on buzzers, what else have people been talking about?
Is it the... well, it's been Gordon Brown, it's his first year in charge, and they brought out an equality bill this week, haven't they?
Yeah.
Labour. And this caused consternation in papers like the Daily Mail and the Express.
They're saying that women will be more equal than men.
Yeah.
The easiest way to explain this to Vanessa is, if I got paid 100 money,
Yes.
then if you did the same job, you would be paid 100 money as well.
Yes. Sounds good to me, mate. Doesn't
Are
it?
you thinking about shopping and cake?
Ah, yes.
Age. They said there's no more age discrimination at work. So they've got to start employing older people at work.
You would hope that there was some sort of cut. Like, I don't want to be watching Babe Station with a 90-year-old. You know what I mean?
Hey, speak for yourself, son.
First thing I want to see gotten rid of with discrimination with this old people and young people and all like that is the preferential treatment that old people get on a bus. Because it winds me up. They pay less and they get the best seats.
It's not the best seat, it stinks of piss. I don't trust Brown, mate. He looks terrible, Brown. He looks like a sad face that somebody's drawn onto their scrotum. Do you reckon
He really
George
does.
Bush actually knows who Gordon Brown is? He probably thinks Tony Blair's put on weight and had a fucking stroke.
Such a bad man.
Well, let's have a look and see if it's up there. Yes, this is the story of the new Equality Bill. It aims to improve the lives of ethnic minorities, women and the elderly. It's been codenamed Project Rusty Lee. Also this week, Gordon Brown has pledged to give the poorest families £200 to help them climb the social ladder. For some, £200 is the difference between living in poverty and living in poverty with a PlayStation. OK, there's one more thing to get. Fingers on buzzers. What else have they...
Is it the football European Championships?
The football?
Yeah.
Tell me more.
It's been weird, the Euros, because it's been weird not being there, isn't it? It's sort of like in the summer when all the other kids are playing outside and you're not allowed out, you've had to go to bed early. You're looking out, you're like, Mum, but Romania's there. You're like, well, I'm not Romania's mum, am I?
Have you been watching them?
I've seen a few of it. My mate's really into the Italian football, so he's always watching it. So I'm upstairs angry, and I can just hear him downstairs cheering. Hooray! So, a bit annoying.
I didn't even realise you were gay. Brilliant.
Did you see the Germany-Turkey game?
Yeah.
TV just crashed for about 40 minutes. They just froze the screen and said, sorry, no pictures. There's a thunderstorm in Austria. So we had to listen to the radio commentary through the telly. Well worth the £2 for that high-def telly. So this morning I thought I'll watch it again. So it's on iPlayer. And the BBC have kept the 40 minutes or whatever you can't see on iPlayer. So basically what they're saying is if you missed it the first time, you can miss it again on iPlayer. Making the unmissable missable.
Should we have a look and see if the football's one of the most talked about things this week? Yes, it is. Yes, the European Cup final is on Sunday. England not qualifying means we can now watch games neutrally. Games like Spain versus the Nazis. So at the end of that round, Sean, Lee and Vanessa have 2 points. Jason, Matt and Frankie have 3 points. Our next round is called Pick of the Polls. Sean, what do you fancy answering a question on?
Naomi Campbell.
Lovely Naomi Campbell. OK. This is an audience poll question. Naomi Campbell escaped jail this week after she was accused of another assault. So we polled the studio audience and asked them, would you work for Naomi Campbell?
She's got 200 hours community service because she went mental on a plane, didn't she?
She has, and it's not the first time she's had run-ins with the law.
Yeah, she's done community service before, didn't she, in New York?
Yeah.
Because she hit her assistant with a BlackBerry. And when you first read it, you go, that's not that bad, is it? A pumpkin, I can understand. But she just got a pumpkin and put it on her head like that. Look a bit like you, actually, wouldn't it?
For our Halloween special on this show, I just light a candle in my mouth.
You just blow it, his eyes go out. But she went mental on the plane, didn't she? She went absolutely ballistic.
Well, it was Terminal 5, I believe, had lost her bag.
The first thing she said was, it's because I'm black and famous. And I think you'll find that BA are an equal opportunities bag loser. They don't lose anyone's bag. Doesn't care whether you're prince or pauper.
What do you think of her, Vanessa? Do you like her?
She's not an endearing person. If I were to work for her, I know the role I'd like to fulfil, actually. I wouldn't mind being her Brazilian waxer and pouring molten wax all over her pudenda. I think that would be a nice job.
Well, same here, but for very different reasons. Okay. Lee, have you ever had a hissy fit? Like a proper showbiz hissy fit?
No, I'm a very calm and relaxed person, Jimmy. You know that. I take everything in my stride.
Yeah.
Don't fucking interrupt.
Kate Moss, she never does anything like this. You see a picture of her pretty much every day, but you never hear her voice, do you? The reason Kate Moss doesn't speak is she's very beautiful, but actually she talks like this. Hello, I'm Kate Moss. I'm very excited about my new Top Shop range. I designed all the clothes myself.
You have never been so sexy.
Yes.
OK, so what are you saying, Sean? Would our studio audience want to work for Naomi Campbell or not?
No, absolutely
Definitely not. OK, I can tell you, you are right. Yes, 75% of our studio audience said they would not work for Naomi Campbell. Naomi remains an important role model for every young, aspiring, total fucking bitch. Jason, what do you fancy answering a question on?
What do you reckon? We'll go speed cameras, I think.
According to statistics, what's the worst invention? Speed cameras or religion?
I think it's got to be speed cameras. It's worse, isn't it? Because speed cameras have made people fly planes into large buildings. That's never happened with religion, has it? Oh, no, it's the other way round. Religion's the worst.
Near me, there's a school. You can only go 20 mile an hour all the time. Where I think what they should do is say it's 20 mile an hour between 8 o'clock and 9:30, and then between 3 o'clock and about 5 o'clock. And that way, that will stop kids wagging school. You know, if for the rest of the time you're allowed to do 100, right? Get in school, you little shit, right? You know, I think that will...
The 20-mile-an-hour speed limit around a school encourages lecturing, doesn't it? Nice and slow. If you hit me at 30, there's an 80% chance I'll live, and if you drive past me at 20, there's an 80% chance you'll go to prison.
OK, so what are you going to go with?
You're dead, so you know there's another side. Is there a Hollyoaks 7?
No.
No, where
Called a bill.
OK, so what are you going to go with?
Must be religion, must be.
Religion? Religion? We're going to go religion.
I can tell you, speed cameras are worse than religion. 15% of people thought speed cameras were the worst thing ever invented. Only 3% of people thought religion was the worst thing ever. The next round is Believe It or Not. In this round, I give the panellists a simple statement. All they have to do is decide whether they think it's true or false. Let's have a look at a clip to illustrate their statistic.
People think that reception jobs are boring, but it's what you make the job. Good afternoon, Rich. Hello, Rob. How are you?
I've been phoning for hours.
The way I get rid of pent-up pressure is by laughing. And joking with people, because you certainly don't want to cry.
Give the car park, please. No.
You want to look professional on reception. I used to do a chicken over the tannoy. But I was banned from doing it. Everyone thinks I'm mad here anyway.
Charlotte, please.
Oh, you want to speak to Charlotte? Well, I don't know whether I want to put you through. Oh, I'm being nasty. I'll be through. Okay. Would the owner of the Blue Escort the worst job? Oh, well, I tell you what, I wouldn't like to be the Prime Minister.
I wouldn't want to be the Prime Minister. Well, love, you are in luck.
If I went into somewhere and I went, oh, can I get the key for that? And they went, yeah, I'd just go...
The related statistic from that, 22% of receptionists admit they've taken revenge by tampering with their boss's coffee. Is that true or false?
Where does tampering... You know, what's the difference between tampering and poisoning? Like, for example, did the Kremlin tamper with Litvinenko's sushi? They poisoned it.
I think the line is when you get your cup of coffee, you go, or you get your cup of coffee and you go,
What I would do for revenge is I'd get the mug, right? I wouldn't tamper with the coffee, right? but I just every day, I just tap the handle with like a little toffee hammer or something. And over the course of a couple of years, it would loosen, and one day they'd pick it up, and then I'd go, yes.
OK, true or false?
I think it's false. I think it's less than that.
You think?
I think it's true, I would.
OK, we'll go with true.
I reckon,
True.
yeah.
False. We think it's false.
You're overruling. OK, you're going false. I can tell you the answer is false. Yeah. Yes, only 5% of receptionists have taken revenge by tampering with their boss's coffee. They say revenge is best served cold and revenge is sweet. So really what they're saying is revenge is ice cream. So at the end of that round, it's 4 points for Sean's team and 4 points for Jason's team. And the winner is the name of our final round. Here's your first one. Worst thing to happen at a wedding.
Is it saving your brother's life, but then getting run over in the process and then dying in OB's arms?
Because you died at a wedding.
That's exactly what happens, yeah.
So you've been written out of this thing? Is that what's happened? What do they say?
Oh, they're keeping him in after he's died, Jimmy. he's playing a coffee table for the next 6 years.
I am going back, though. I'm going back to direct it.
Did they direct Hollyoaks?
Yeah.
Really? I thought it was just done with CCTV cameras. What would make you cry at a wedding?
Is it when the first song they play is I Still Haven't Found What I'm Looking For?
I reckon if the bride gets taken off by an eagle, and then the church is getting smaller and smaller, and then,
I'll give you a clue. It would make the bride cry.
The groom was set with a chief bridesmaid.
Correct. That's the right answer.
There we go.
Yes, the worst thing that can happen at a wedding is the groom goes off with a bridesmaid. Of course, the biggest wedding of the year was Wayne and Colleen's. Colleen warned the stag party not to play any pranks on Wayne that would ruin the wedding photos. I'm afraid to say, Colleen, that ship has sailed. Britain's favourite word.
Knockers, fanny, tits, flange. I wanted to get in before Frankie.
So it's our favourite receptionist from earlier's back.
I think it's gusset. It's saucy, but it's not revolting.
Is this what you put in the phone cards? Saucy but not revolting,
Yes,
gusset.
Gusset.
It's derived from the Latin.
bollocks. That's Latin, isn't it? Bollocks.
Is it?
Old Latin, yeah.
Old Latin, yeah, from the East End of Lat. It describes a stupid or foolish person.
Knobhead.
Begins with an N.
Nincompoop.
Right answer. Yes, Britain's favourite word is nincompoop. Number 3 on the list is mum, as in, I fucked your mum, you nincompoop. Well, that sound tells me it's the end of the round and the end of the show, which means the final scores are Sean, Lee and Vanessa have 5 points, Jason, Frankie and Matt have 5 points. It's a dead heat. Everyone's a winner. Thanks to all our panellists, our wonderful studio audience and to all of you for watching at home. That's it from us. Good night.